Hi, I'm Anton and welcome to my Scratch Kitchen. Today we're going to make some French toast. As you can see, we got all the goodies required to do that, including some kind of stale bread. You don't want to do this with fresh bread. The bread's not dry enough, so it doesn't absorb the custard we're going to be making all that well, so stale bread preferable. And just before we carry on with that, remember, like, subscribe and share and hit the notification bell so you get notified when we do new uploads. So let's just kick right into this. So we got about 2 extra large eggs here, scrambled up, uncooked. Somebody told me that I should mention that just in case someone decides to cook the eggs and scramble them before they use it, which it's kind of the point of the video, so you can see that it's raw. So there we go, some couple of extra large raw eggs. All right, we got about 2 tablespoons of milk here. I don't want to put too much milk in. All right, so get all the milk out here. Okay, so about 2 tablespoons of milk. We have about a quarter teaspoon, just over a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, and then we got just under a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg to add some flavor to these guys. Food should taste good as intended, so we try and do it the best we can. A little bit of vanilla. All right, about a half teaspoon, just under a half teaspoon of vanilla. All right, we're going to want to mix these things up, get it all nice and mixed up, and so you don't have an abundance of a spice somewhere and none somewhere else. So this will be the custard we make for the toast. So let's mix that up nicely, get the spices, the nutmeg and the cinnamon all kind of mixed up. All right, you'll note no salt in this guy. All right, not that kind of dish. So you can put salt in, of course, if you want to, but mine doesn't contain any. All right, so now this is all mixed up and we are ready to go. Try and get the spices kind of just distributed evenly because we're going to lay the bread in this. All right, so like I said, you're looking for kind of slightly older bread, a couple of days old. Keep it in the fridge, whatever, that's fine. Okay, so we bake our bread in-house. This is our bread. I bake little loaves. We use it for a few other things, so I like to use them. They look real pretty when you use it for French toast. So the first thing is the crust's got to go. All right, so the crusts are off. All right, so we're not going to be using the crusts. We just want the bread. All right, so we'll chop those right off there on both of them. Okay, and I find with these particular breads, if I slice them upside down, I kind of slice them a little bit more evenly than if I got them other way around. There we go, it's not too bad. All right, I think it's just the kind of head that proofs on this guy. There we go. So got 2 portions of French toast. My kids love this stuff, my customers love this stuff, and for the holidays, maybe your family loves it too, who knows, if you're that kind of guy. All right, so we're going to take 2, and so before I do that, let me just do a note of warning here. When you stick the bread in the custard, it starts absorbing the custard real fast. So depending on how dry the bread is, so you don't want to put 2 slices in here and then go slice another 2 slices, because you'll end up with everything absorbed on the one side and nothing left for the other slices or the other side. So you want to make sure when you get them in at the same time, and you work real quick to get them absorbed. So they go in. All right, so let's flip them over. Make sure you have no white spots. All right, and we'll check them now when we flip them back. So let's see quick, there's a little bit of a white spot. Okay, good. This one's good. This one's good. This one needs some attention. So now we need to get a little bit custard, and off we go. The butter that's over here, that's about a tablespoon of butter. That's going to be to fry them in the pan. All right, and you can make these things the previous night. You can leave them overnight. They actually absorb a little bit better if you let them stand a little bit. All right, so you can prep it the previous night, cover them, put them in the fridge, and make them the next morning, and they're really good. So next we're going to move on to the range, and we're going to cook them up. All right, be right back. All right, okay, and we're going to cook that French toast now. So all right, so we're heating up the pan. All right, and then we're gonna lob the butter in there. All right, let the butter melt. Okay, so let's get this melted, and then we're going to run the French toast. Obviously it takes a few minutes. Can't expect miracles if you've got to toast the bread in the pan, you know. So let that melt. All right, so now let's stick these guys in here, 2 at a time. So it's about a tablespoon of butter for 2 slices. That's what you want to look at. You want that butter absorbed with the custard and the toast and stuff. All right, so now we can just leave these guys here. All right, and they will slowly fry off. And now we wait. All right. Okay, so we've been cooking this for about 4 or 5 minutes. Obviously, you check it, you know, often. Make sure you're not getting it too brown. You know, that's kind of the color I like. So flip them over. Make sure they're equally kind of fried up, you know, as best you can. Another 4 or 5 minutes, and we'll check them, and then they're going to be coming off, and then we're going to put some powdered sugar on them and some syrup, and we're going to eat them. All right, so we flip them over. Yeah, it looks about like the color we're looking for. So 5 minutes, 5 minutes. All right, there we go, man. That's some pretty French toast. Okay, so we'll fry the other 2 in a second. So I just use a little shaker, put some powdered sugar on these guys. There we go. All right, and then a little dollop of some syrup. Okay, there we go, French toast a la Anton's. All right, let's see what happens when we cut into this guy. All right, that's really nice, man. All right, so I'm gonna go give my son one of these. All right, try that one, man. It's cooled down. Yeah. How's that taste?